No one really talks about this part. Everyone talks about truth like it's freedom, like it's empowering, like it's clarity and peace. And it is. But there's another side to truth that most people never warn you about. Truth is lonely, not at first, but eventually, when you start questioning what you were taught, when you stop repeating what everyone else believes, when you choose obedience over comfort, something changes. People don't say it out loud, but you feel it. Conversations get quieter. Invitations slow down. People look at you differently. Not because you're arrogant, not because you're attacking anyone, but because truth separates. And if you've ever felt that separation, this video is for you. Because you're not broken, you're not imagining it, and you're not alone in feeling alone. One of the biggest lies we're told is that truth will be widely accepted once people hear it. Scripture never says that. Truth has always been resisted, not because it's confusing, but because it confronts comfort. Truth exposes tradition, identity, pride, belonging, and most people value belonging more than truth. That's why prophets were rejected. That's why Yahushua was misunderstood. That's why obedience often feels isolating. Truth doesn't gather crowds. It refines them. At first, nothing changes. You still go to gatherings. You still talk to the same people. You still smile and listen. But inside, something is different. You can't unsee what you've seen. You notice contradictions. You hear things that don't align. You feel tension where there used to be ease. And eventually, you stop pretending. Not loudly, not dramatically. You just don't agree anymore. That's when the loneliness starts. Because agreement is the glue of most relationships. Most people don't walk away from you because you're wrong. They walk away because your questions make them uncomfortable. Truth forces people to confront things they're avoiding. And when you choose truth, you disrupt the group dynamic. You break unspoken rules. You expose compromise. Even your silence can feel threatening. So people distance themselves, not always intentionally, but consistently. This is one of the hardest parts, because humans are wired for connection. So when truth costs you community, it hurts deeply. You start asking, was it worth it? Should I have stayed quiet? Why does obedience feel like loss? But Scripture never promises that truth keeps relationships intact. It promises that truth sets you free, and freedom often comes with space. Yahushua was surrounded by crowds, yet deeply alone, misunderstood by leaders, questioned by followers, abandoned by many. Even those closest to him didn't fully understand. Truth didn't isolate him because he was harsh. It isolated him because he refused to compromise. If following him feels lonely, you're walking a familiar path. There's grief in truth. Grief for relationships that changed. Conversations you can't have anymore. Versions of yourself that don't fit now. You don't grieve because truth is wrong. You grieve because growth costs familiarity. And that grief deserves to be acknowledged. Throughout Scripture, separation comes before assignment. Abraham left. Moses went into the wilderness. Elijah stood alone. Separation refines motive. When no one claps, when no one agrees, when no one affirms, you find out why you believe what you believe. Loneliness isn't always punishment. Sometimes it's protection. Solitude clarifies. Noise distracts. Isolation wounds. But solitude strengthens. Truth often removes noise so you can hear clearly. Truth scatters people geographically, but it connects them spiritually. You may not see them yet. You may not know their names, but others are walking the same path quietly. And when the time is right, connection finds you. Stay grounded in Scripture. Don't rush replacement community. Let silence teach you. Don't harden your heart. Loneliness can either make you bitter or make you deep. Truth feels lonely now, but it doesn't end in emptiness. It ends in clarity, peace, alignment, and eventually connection rooted in truth, not performance. If following truth feels lonely, it's not because you chose wrong. It's because you chose rare. And rare paths are quiet until they're not. If this video put words to something you've been feeling, subscribe to this channel. And please share this video with someone who feels alone in their pursuit of truth.